Now, so this is the actual charge sheet that went to the International Criminal Court from me on about the 11th of August, asking for an injunction to be put in place against the UN, against the WHO, and particularly this weekend, in time for this weekend, when Britain is doing its first exercise, where it phones all our mobile phones and attempts to get us caught up in some fake emergency for which they will have to introduce, military rule or whatever heinous thing they have in mind for us this time. And most people say it's going to be even more brutal and unfounded than last time. So this is the actual, and then so yesterday I thought, while waiting for the International Criminal Court, we had better get it to the others so that everybody knows that it's not allowed anymore. So, charges against the recipients, that's all 2,500, lodged with the International Criminal Court on 13th August 2025 by France's Head of Global Affairs and Social Justice for the New World Alliances. So it's an application for an injunction on the UN, the IHR amendments and pathogen sharing annex to the pandemic treaty. Yeah, that's the bit where they make databases all around the world full of private biological data and materials and then engineer them. So I said, because this is the one that went out to everybody, you should have paid attention to our previous emails on human rights atrocities and on how you could have intervened or not and been prosecuted as complicit. And that's where we are now. Now I am on the UN Security Council. Now I am working with the International Criminal Court. You are to be charged. As Britain practices spraying unregulated aerosol biotechnology by Gates to dim the sun, simultaneously the British government practices a response to an airborne pandemic. Well, they'd better stop, you'd all better stop, interfering with lives and property. And I say property and I say lives because it'll become clear. The charge that pertains to the defendants collectively is that the COVID-19 pandemic simulation in 2019 was not a tabletop exercise, but instead the pandemic launch, promotion, and justification to deploy weapons of mass destruction, WMDs, biological, radiological, nuclear, synthetic, and chemical on the pretext of health and security. Our intelligence has warned that the upcoming simulation will target using AI with its military retaliatory protocol as seen when Israel partnered with Microsoft and the identification of legitimate targets increased from 50 per year to 100 per day, plus the capacity to bomb 50 of those targets per day with no human oversight, and detonate using people's own devices and the Wave, smart meter and 5G Wi-Fi networks. They're going to detonate the kill switch, sterilisation, deformities, miscarriages, and IP, Internet Protocol technology, connecting people and their finances irreversibly to the Internet of Things without our consent. These gene edits and covert illegal gene drives were engineered in unregulated mosquito research and are now established in the human body through their mass releases, the mRNA injections, aerial deposits, electromagnetic transmissions, and through our food and so-called green technologies. The sudden deaths, infant mortality and dropping populations have been straightforward to correlate with the coerced uptake of COVID injections, but following the simulation, coroners, national security, regulators, doctors, nor individuals will be able to distinguish which technology or interaction between them was the cause of death. I think just a bite-sized bit and I'll go again.